line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat.
Alright.
Flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank.
Well, hello everyone, welcome back here live on to Pizza Race TV. This is going to be a bit of a quick one, I'm not going to lie, but that doesn't mean it can't be a fun one. 4 drivers that are in the Lucas Oil Pro 2 Light Off-Road Racing Series. This is your battle of proportions here, as these 4 will go head-to-head in one heat in a 10-lap main event coming your way down here live on Pizza Race TV. Hello everyone, I am the Crusader Chris Tribe, joining you guys here today here in Bark River, Michigan at Bark River National Raceway. This is going to be a bit of a shootout, a bit of a toss-up. There's 4 drivers going to go at it here to see who and what can do the best of the abilities they can drive on the track. On the pole for this one, and number 3 will be Michael Pratt at the outside, and the 08 is Steve Rada. Row number 2, Blake Trey with the 56 the outside, is the 76 of Mike Rideout. Pratt not able to make the call this one, so that will just give us 3 for this start. Well, it's safe to say, honestly, with this kind of a drive, this kind of a racing background here, it's going to be a very tough road here for these drivers. They obviously know they're going to be dealing with a lot of wear and tear and a lot of no gives and all thrills. But I think the biggest thing here is you're going to see a lot of guys really trying to muscle down the sides of the track here, looking for any kind of run they can get off from the entries and the exits. Can make for an interesting little dilemma here. Radio looking to get them started up here, rolling them down through through the corners here, I should say. Don't quite remember all the turn numbers, I'm sorry in advance. There is a lot of corners and a lot of ridgeways here to work around. Watch for these hills and these bumps to really send these drivers skyward a little bit and off the track a little. Trying to see who can bring the hammer down here on the track as the green flag flies up in the air. We are racing in Bark River. Pratt finally get it out on the track, a little too late. Rada taking the early advance. Treywick right behind him. Dirt model update as well. The tires are going to wear and tear. They're going to be really hard to control, so you don't want to try to overpower and over accelerate, but if you get a good jump out of the gate, certainly will help you a bit. Throw the jump there, lining him off. Rada right now still your race leader as he continues to muscle it down a little bit, trying to keep Treywick behind him, not looking to let him take any breathing lessons here. A little bit bouncy through the corners there off the bumps and the jump. Treywick and Rideout right now kind of trading off the drive. It took him to kind of get something going here, but neither one has been able to capitalize on the initial start. Rolling it right back down onto the turn here. Treywick deep to the bottom lane there. Rada, much wider turn. That cost him a little bit here and actually gave him quite a bit of a run there out of the distance and through the turns. Right down on the gate here. Rada now focusing quickly here to keep Treywick behind, but Treywick has pounced right on that move there. Drive it a little bit too wide there and you give him an opening, it'll end up costing you a bit. Then you got to deal with those rough terrains there to corner down from. Landing hard on the jump there, got a little bit sideways and a little bouncy. Rada way wide up there. Treywick now looking to shoot him on the left side. Still wide. Treywick though bounces off in a weird little shot. Rada just hammering down enough, cuts the corner down a little. Not sure if that'll be a speeding penalty or not. That was close though. Raceway gonna dip it right back into the turn. Right side, slips it in. Rada smoother this time off the jumps. A lot more control. Raceway trying to roll the outside and roll it back into the tight end of the track. Every driver for themselves here as they continue to pounce away. Interesting to see how wide they're going. Honestly, I drive that corner a lot tighter than they are. And I've actually looked at the times here, actually. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I could say I actually have a little bit of a faster way to get around these drivers than these guys are doing. I set 117s on the track when I practice, and that could be part of the problem. Trawick way too hard in the turn. And Rada, unfortunately, whipping the entire truck around. 2 laps to go. That was a very big mistake. Rada, right now, falling back. Trawick is now your leader. And look at Rideout, launching it back across the track now, looking for the gap and looking for a bridge. He's trying to bridge off that turn, trying to bridge him down to the corners here. Had a little bit of an opening, couldn't quite shoot it from there. Man, oh man, oh man, that was some serious corners off there and a lot of turning having to be made just to survive and conquer in that length, in that road, and in that sanctuary. Nobody was safe from that, and nobody was really anticipating the overall control you have got to hit through those speed starts. And look at Rideout now, deep to the left side, deep in the corner, down to the drive off. Now looking for the gap. Trawick way wide. Rideout tighter this time. Being tighter help. That's the corner, and there you go. Rideout finally gets himself a pass. Now looking for the lead. He's got the lead locked in now. He's only 2 more laps to go. Oh, Rada and Trawick getting a little bouncy down there, smacking and tagging around Michael Pratt, trying to catch up back others well. Trawick right now probably out of his element a little bit. If I give any advice to these guys, don't overthink the track. Just keep the track as tight as you can and keep your foot in the floorboards. That's what I would tell him down there. Rideout right now, launching it down further as he goes. He's got a huge lead building up right now. And he's doing exactly what I was just saying. Keep it tight and stay off. Deborah Shard said, you're on the right race today. Jen Pottle says, let's go. Great to hear from all of you today. Rada dumping it back ahead here. Out Trawick, surprisingly, a bit of a gap off there from where they originally were. But Mike Rideout with a pretty consistent and pretty strong lead here, man. He is laying it down in here. Slowly but surely, every driver right now starting to finally get a little bit of a feel of it. On those wide turns, that's where you shoot for. On those tighter corners, that's where you drive to. And ready to look like this. Look at that now. Actually, a pretty smooth little corner off there. White flag in the air. 1 more to go. Rideout be trying to be a little bit more conservative. And Rada trying to do what I just kind of said. Don't overthink the track. Just drive it tight and hammer down. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's ripping it around, but that was a slight little bobble there. This right here where I was shifting down in a second and getting it back into third as they're just about at the jump. Rolling it back off, big to the hills, rolling hills, and trouble! Woo, boy, hang on, Rada. Oh, my. Only 3 guys out of here right now, and we got one upside down. That's right out on the corner. Oh, my. Mike Rideout completely just drove it way too hard in and flips it right on its lid. And Rada, hold on down there. Trawick just trying to keep him in control. Rideout can't believe that he just made a silly mistake like that. But man, is it so easy to do with this kind of a truck, this kind of a race, and this kind of a race. It's so tough to manage. Trawick right now looking for another chance at taking down Rada, but Rada needs to hold it down just a little bit. Oh my, Trawick, don't be trying to kamikaze this mission. Run him down, checker's coming out. Rada, hang on. Just 1 more corner, and he's got it. Rada will win heat number 1. Oh my word. Oh, I got Trawick. Watch out down there. Oh my. Up, down, shot, side down she goes. Rada, your heat number 1 winner. And what I could best say is just what a wild, wild race. Three of Michael Pratt gonna come close, lead down there into the second head there and finish out his little drive. But man, that was something. Warm up are gonna begin here. Here's the results for heat number 1 though. I don't know what else I can tell you guys. Just wow, wow, and wow. That could have gone either way there. I'll tell you that much. So warm up right now. We're gonna get kicked up here. We'll be right back. We're gonna cut to a quick commercial message. Time for the Pit Stall Racing Series. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen there. We are currently getting the warm-up finished up right now. We're getting set for our A main event here. Pro 2 lights at Bark River International Raceway. And here is your starting lineup for this one. On the pole, in the number 0, it'll be Steve Ray to the outside in the 56. Blake Trawick, run number 2 is Mike Brown in the 76. And finally, Michael Pratt pilots the number 3 on the outside. We'll have to see what happens here right now as the field gets kind of ready to roll out on the track. All 4 drivers this time will be on the gridding order in the gridding stage. I'm interested to see what kind of speed and power they kind of ringer off the track here, especially considering how tough it might be for these other drivers to have to make amends and make a beat or two for this kind of racing. Rada, Trawick, Rideout, and Pratt, they are going to be really the top tier guys to watch out for and the ones to keep your eye on. But Pratt, we never got a good look at him there. Did make a bit of a comeback, so it may be a bit of an underling here. Maybe somebody to watch out for. We'll have to see. If you're wondering at home what we were cutting as well there, we had to work on some camera equipment down there and make sure that we actually had the camera equipment all set up properly. So we got it all done now, except for one of our cameras didn't quite shoot in just right, but that's alright. This is the 10-lap A main event, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one wild ride from point A to point B. If that first heat was anything to go off of, this A main could send these drivers skyrocketing towards something else here. Rolling them back down right to the starting line here. Gonna pop down that green flag. And there's a green flag. Ten laps in this one. Out of the gate, Rada off to another strong start. Track though looks like it might be slipping up just a little bit. Looks like track might be slicker a little more than they were expecting here. Taking it a little bit easy out of the gate, right out Trawick, and trying to get up there to Rada immediately. MRM Network number 96 right now, kind of tagging along, looking for any kind of runoff he can get. Now honestly, when you go through these corners right here, this is exactly what Ryo needs to do, is take it easy and then get back on the gas pedal as loud as you can once you get that final jump. Because what that does is it gets the RPMs going, and then it allows you to actually reel the truck up a bit. Now this jump right here, they're driving so much farther wide out than really I would. What you want to do there is actually, as you're coming to that jump, you want to turn that thing in just a little bit to the left. Try to narrow down that little gap, that little bridge there, and roll it through into the ends. For this one, it's all about just timing. Make sure you keep it close. Make sure you keep it packed in. Michael Pratt, though, a little too hard on that throttle, a little too hard on the gas pedal, and sends the rear end out, kicking from him. Blake Trawick right now also looking to fight a little bit harder now. He's got a little bit of a runoff and getting some serious gap into position. Looking to hold down here as Rada currently holds the race lead. The Fox Racing number 56 right now, just wanting to see if he can dial it in and get it all set up. Had it almost figured out there in the heat with Rada. They completely lost it. And again, these are not off-road racers. These are usually drivers that run on the asphalt side of things. They're just learning a new trick, a new technique. And speaking of learning a new trick or technique, looks like they may need to learn how to kind of control the truck once in a while. Rada way wide at the turn. Trawick, though, way too far wide on the hills. And that gave Rada enough time to breathe again. I just can't believe how wide, though, they're driving. You can see how much they're swinging the rear ends out. You really don't have to do that. You just need to get that thing straightened off and then get a good run from that balance you get into the turn. Straighten it back around and maybe have a little love tap or two. Perfect move there by Trawick to drive it in that spot and then be able to corner it down. Still a little bit wider than I would expect out of him, but it worked out quite well. His time there, a 1:19.68, he's improved from his original start. Oh, he got a little bit too wide off that hill until they hanging on. Still knows Rada's there, though. Rada gonna shoot it. Oh, he's going in deep. Trawick lets him in. Woohoo, look at this. This is some racing. I love it. The asphalt guys learning what it's like to race on a dirt track and trying to figure out what it's like when you got a bouncy piece of equipment to use. Now that is fun to race. This has been quite a show, I must say. Kudos to the iRacing community and iRacing as well for the dirt refresh here. I personally do think that's what made this this race a little bit more interesting too. Is now instead of being able to go full throttle, you now have to actually be a little bit more conservative on your tire wear, and then also making sure you're making good use of your corners. And that's making for quite a treat here. That's Trawick. Oh my, he was going for a slide job on Rada. Rada driving in way too wide and almost takes the fence line. You don't want to end up on that fence end. Oh, Trawick, he got him out that turn. Rada trying to hurry back. Trawick way wide. Rada tightens it up. Oh, no, here we go again. And Trawick way too wide, off the distance, and now into the scrants. He's going to send up his own lawn care service, and Rada moving it back to the lead. Oh, my word. These two just can't seem to catch a break, let alone get a drive to stay in control. Don't adjust your television screens. That's literally what you're seeing on his helmet cam here for Mike Rideout. Yeah, he's got all that dirt and grime. Yeah, I can hear the way it shifts in a second. A little bit too hard in the throttle there, in my opinion, honestly. Got to back out of it completely on the first jump, then go straight hard on the second. That'll give you a little bit more control to line up for the speed. And speaking of built for speed, Trawick back in the match. As now Rada, oh, look out, look on the right side. Look at him shoot the gap and got it again. Trawick, I got to believe, either is playing with him or he can't even believe Rada's doing this to him right now. This is absolutely filthy. And I'm telling you, filthy clean racing in so many levels, but that's just insanity. Now Trawick going back on the right side. Going back in. Oh no! Upside down goes Steve Rada. He's completely flipped the truck out. Mike Rideout going to try to jump it right ahead, and he is successful. Trawick unfortunately caught off guard, and Rada pounding on the steering wheel. Can't believe he made that mistake. Oh my word. Mike Rideout's going to be your new leader. But for Steve Rada, oh no. Oh no, 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 not what he wanted to do. Here's a look at it. Just came off the corner there with Trawick, unfortunately, and all of a sudden, bing, bang, boom, bomb, goodbye, and good night. Whole front of the nose ripped completely off the truck. Manages to refire, but it's too little too late. Get a little bit of an instant replay on this one. Just on the top of the hill, and all it took was that one little lift off. That's what it's like rolling over in a Pro 2 light. And Michael Pratt and Rada now going at it. Oh gosh. Pratt probably not wanting to deal with too much with Rada, but I know Rada's got to be infuriated right now. Right out trying to keep his lead away from Treywick here. Treywick going to have to do everything he can to get the right out, considering that time gap it's between those two. If I'm Mike Rideout right now, my focus is just stay smooth. Don't try to overdrive the truck. Treywick seems to have absolutely destroyed himself there and absolutely hurt his chances. Rideout a lot tighter there than Treywick. Treywick did have some speed, but I like what Rideout's doing. A lot tighter on that. You can see how much more hang time Treywick got and how harder it's on the truck. But again, that's what builds speed, is to drive like that. Rideout's trying to be as smooth as silk here, but Treywick, let's just say he's on a whole different playing field here. A little too tight entering in that turn there, and then off the exit. Rideout right now trying to hold on for 4 more laps if he can get to the line. Treywick probably looking on, knowing his mistake and knowing he can't do the same thing again. Like Rideout, oh boy! Hey, slowed down a lot there. Treywick was expecting that, I bet ya. Rideout, you gotta get back in that gas pedal, good sir. Don't try to fight it anymore. Just roll the truck, fix the speeds, and build the power, good sir. He's taking it way too conservatively, in my opinion. You just gotta completely manhandle the track now, because at this point, the truck is manhandling him. Treywick going up high side again. Rideout finally building a little bit of speed. He's getting a good run on the stretches, but he just needs to get the power into the corners. He's okay to do it. I know well as anything, he can do it. He's known to run it harder when he has to. But it's almost like he's just kind of backing down too much. Nice job rolling through the hills. Treywick knows he's going to have to back off a little bit there. Pratt right now, so far gapped up from between each other here with that 4 laps left. What a crazy, crazy day of racing here, folks. We saw literally one driver go flipping into the infield. We saw one heat that had more passes than I usually see in an asphalt oval race, much like a dirt oval race. And now we're getting this gem, if you will, of an A main. But remember, Rideout screwed up last time. Can he stay out of that and do it right this time? Treywick's still hanging in there, but he's having trouble finding a passing opportunity on Rideout without taking it a little bit too aggressively. Could he possibly be just saving his tires for one last bit? That's hard to say, but again, the dirt is being currently a little temperamental, it seems, to these guys. There's a shift in third gear. But you can hear how subtle, though, Rideout is, honestly, on the corners there. You can see how subtle the truck was. To me, that's where he's really failing, is just being way too subtle in areas he shouldn't have. And then letting Treywick catch him back on the drive here, and then getting back up. And that Fox Racing 56 not giving up. Michael Pratt and Steve right now by a good margin of error there. Pratt literally just now getting to the same course we just saw them at earlier. Rada, well, he's got a fresh new hood on that bad boy, but it's not quite doing him any good. We're going to have 2 laps to go. This time on by can Rideout finally get himself into victory lane after quite a time off from that. Shoots the gap off, runs it right back down, and now needs to be careful. Treywick's got a slight advantage. He's going to enter into the turn quite well here. And maybe... oh, yes, indeed. Treywick got him there off the hill this time. Right out, drove that thing extremely conservative, but man, there's just a difference between driving conservative and getting it right where you need it to be. He needs to power off and he needs to get back in it. He's losing time here by letting Treywick drive it in like this. Oh, maybe not. Treywick, watch out down there. Right out's got a good run. Needs to set the corner. Doesn't quite do it there. Takes a tighter corner. But that's going to send him into the rolling hills a little bit. A little harder out than Treywick does. Right out, man. Get in that gas pedal, sir. Just launch it. You've got to get speed going, buddy. You can't take it conservative anymore. That's why Treywick's getting you. Oh, my word. Best lap time was Treywick's 1:19. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I was actually faster than Treywick in a race. But man, he certainly is hanging in there. Here we go now. White flag coming out. One more to go. Right out. Currently watching this one slip away again. He needs Treywick to make a little mistake here. Radar down. There were more problems down there in the turns. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get it to steer off from it. Treywick right out right now. Still one big battle for the win. Treywick just been consistently fast and hard on the gas pedal, but it hasn't been able to control it. And now right out. Oh no, that's going to about do it for the 76. Treywick just needs to stay smooth now. That was the biggest mistake right out could have done, and it cost him. Swinging hard, left-hander. Shoots it off. Now swinging to the right. Swing it to the left, swing it to the right. Let it eat the dirt and dig in, and that's exactly what Treywick has done. Gonna narrow it down to the final to the corners here. Safe to say, Blake Treywick left nothing on the table and took full control. The number 56 Bucks Racing Machine is gonna do it. Treywick's your winner at Bark River. But not without a huge break, probably mixed in there with that one. What a race. Maybe a little bit of controversy there from the top of the hill for Treywick between him and Steve Rada, but man, at the end of the day, you can't deny their overall speed and endurance for this one. And your finishers now coming off the leaderboards here. Let's take a listen in to our top three drivers real quick to call this one a night here. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place finisher, Michael Pratt. Started out on the heats there, unfortunately not even able to get out of the track there. Then all of a sudden you come out and you put up a little bit of a fight there in the A main and coming away third. Pratt, how's this one feel today here in Bark River?
Not bad. It was a lot of fun. Definitely need to practice a little more on these dirt tracks, but it was definitely a lot of fun. Wish there was a little more competition, but slippery, a little bit slippery.
It's definitely a little slippery here. I'll ask you kind of this as well. For you and this team, I mean, how long have you really been able to kind of dig this thing into the dirt and really get yourself a bit of a grip for when you were even able to come onto the show today?
First time running this track was right when practice opened, so I just bought this track tonight. So the whole race, it was a learning experience. So yeah, it was fun. I'm glad that I didn't cause any cautions or nothing or wreck anybody else out. But it was my first night.
First night, hey, not a bad night, Brett. You wouldn't think it for going third today. Brad, I think you might have cut off there, bud.
Oh, sorry.
Who do you want to thank for this third today, buddy?
Thank my buddy Ross Porter. He has Porter Woodworking. I usually have him on my on one of my cars for a paint scheme, but one of my good friends, he sponsors me on here a little bit, so I'd like to thank him.
For sure there. Well, Pratt, nevertheless, coming away third home today. Congratulations bringing that in, and we'll see you next time out on the track, bud.
Thank you, sir.
Michael Pratt, ladies and gentlemen. Time to listen in to Mike Rideout here, your second place finisher today. And Mike, man, I don't know how many more times I can root for you on this track here to get you some speed, but you were skiing consistent, but you lost a lot of ground there to Treywick. What was going on down there, good sir?
Yeah, this was, well, I only bought the track earlier today, and I haven't driven these trucks in a long time, so, I mean, coming in second, that was pretty good in my books. But, yeah, there was a couple of close calls, and, I mean, overall, it was good racing. I'm actually surprised I did as well as I did.
Well, I mean, you did pretty well, and you had a good chance at the leads a couple times. The heat, though, you end up getting a little bit thrown for a loop. The next thing you know, you go and fight hard here in the A-main. I mean, I got to believe all around, this is probably what you were kind of hoping for at the end of the day, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, well, maybe you want to thank her for this third place today, buddy.
Thank you guys and pit stall.
All right, for sure there, right out. It's great to hear from you again, sir. Congratulations, bringing it in home to second place.
Thanks, Chris.
Mike Rideout, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, ground out the field with a little bit of a run to his name, Blake Treywick. Puts on a fight, puts on a show, and Treywick, maybe a little bit of controversy on the top of that hill there, but at the end of the day, the winner's check will always say you on the top of that one. What was going on down there, buddy?
I was having so much fun racing Steve there. It's so unfortunate that happened. Like I got a bad angle in there, and I knew we were gonna make contact. I didn't think it was gonna send him flipping. Like I'd feel terrible for that one because we were having one heck of a battle in the heats all the way to the feature here.
You had a heck of a feature. You had a heck of a heat. I mean, all around, you two looked like you were just playing with each other the whole race until literally that situation popped up. Had you could have done anything differently, would you try to kind of backed off more, or would you think it was just kind of one of those deals you couldn't get out of no matter what?
If I backed off sooner, probably. I didn't think it was going to send him flipping. I figured we just, door bang a little bit there, and that was about to be it. So if I knew that, yeah, I would have definitely backed off there. It was just a bad angle, but yeah, it's unfortunate because that was a really good race with him too.
But for sure there. Well, hey, at the end of the day, though, you're still going to walk away with a win, so I'll ask you this. Who do you want to thank her for that?
Oh, gotta thank you guys every week. Putting on a great show, the broadcast, everyone that's committed to racing here in this league. It's always fun. So hopefully we get a little bit more turnout at the ring. But I'm here to put on a show and have fun, and that's what I'm doing at least.
Well, I certainly say you did that today. Treywick, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Blake Treywick, ladies and gentlemen. Race winner today here, and a very, very short-ended race there. But nevertheless, what a show and what a performance here. Thanks again to our friends at Fort Worth Screen Printing and Lightning Wrapz for your support this season. To the fans out there, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time when the green flag flies on PT Racing TV.